Are you sitting comfortably? Then we'll begin.
Welcome to the show. So absolutely fantastic. Brian Taylor Cohen himself wrote a book about it.
Did he?
Yeah, well, he's writing it right now.
He writes lots of books.
Yeah, we have to do the show before he can finish the book, but it's coming. It's coming. I think the idea of having a book, a published book, when it comes to like news and especially the more opinionated side of news is about as mandatory as being published in academia. You know, everybody just wrote a book.
We haven't.
What?
We haven't.
No, that's true. But I mean, when was the last time somebody was a guest on MSNBC or MS Now or whatever and not just wrote a book, you know?
Yeah. I know it's the classic. It's the classic thing that keeps the chat shows going.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm guessing you've got a book out. You're here. You're on the show.
Yeah.
It's Joe Biden's cookery book. Yeah.
Yeah. Cooking with Joe and Jill.
My favorite auto pens.
Well, speaking of which, what about that truth that Trump laid on the world there on that Truth Social, where he said all of Biden's auto pen signed anythings are null and void?
Yeah.
I don't think he can do that.
I don't think he can do that either. There's only one problem. He doesn't know he can't do that.
Yeah, you know.
I mean, let's face it, if that means he can do that, well, then we can do that to his pardons too.
Yeah, or his taxes, you know.
We've seen those yet.
Yeah, you know, wouldn't that be great if you could just say, oh, no, I don't have to pay those taxes. This bill was filled out by a printer, not a person.
Yeah, get out of that one.
Yeah, because I mean, people use digital signatures for legal documents all the time, but somehow the auto pen is bad. It could just be a stamp. Fucking cares? It's a presidential thing. Whatever.
Yeah,
you know?
It used to be like the pressing of your ring into a wax seal.
Yeah,
It
right?
wouldn't be, yeah, that was enough for a signature, but somehow auto pen is. I mean, what is an auto? Is it just like a robot kind of like an Etch-a-Sketch type thing?
Yeah, it's a cheap CNC thing.
Panograph thing.
Yeah, it's basically a plotter, right? An auto pen is a plotter, right? Yeah. Which is funny because we had, plotter printers way back when.
Yeah.
It's not like it's,
I mean, it won't be long before Trump's using the auto pen anyway.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, from a coffin. Okay, just getting something ready here. All right, there we go.
It's just as dreams.
Yeah,
those
hopes and dreams of a sickly old man with a turkey neck. Yeah, I'm just going to dial down the bit rate of the room because we got an incoming soon here.
Oh, what, Hegseth?
Yeah.
Is he taking us out?
Yeah.
So someone wrote to emailed Hegseth and says there's a Venezuelan boat full of drugs and narco terrorists. They're on a show called the Shills.
Yeah,
taken out.
Yeah, they're streaming live from the boat, man.
Somewhere in Canada, they're close to the border.
Yeah. Because where I live is just full of open waterways. Yeah. I could be a river pirate.
So you remember that story about the raccoon that got drunk in a bar?
Yes.
Not in a bar, in a convenience store or whatever. Well, now there's he's been made famous.
Really?
Because the state-run liquor stores, state-run.
That's how it is here. Oh yeah.
Wow. Okay. Well, they're capitalizing on this by featuring the AI, featuring the AI, the raccoon, as officially spokes creature and creating raccoons-inspired drink recipes.
No, that's ours. No. Alcoholic.
Sergeant Buckjock has got in there.
Yeah, look, he's right there under our names in the big window. He's been around for how long? You're not stealing our shit. What the hell's wrong with you people?
I mean, I love this idea, but it's like 3 new cocktails include the Rye Rascal Sour, described as tangy and rich, like something your favorite troublemaking raccoon would probably recommend.
Or excrete.
This is, well, I think is a funny thing about cocktails. It makes it sound so, classy.
Raccoon flavored is not what I'm looking for in a liquor-based establishment. But
the thing is, cocktails are the same sort of thing as like kids making perfume out of rose petals. It's just like you're putting shit together. You take 3 different things, put them together, give it a name, voila, done. There's a cocktail. Yeah, it's just putting things together. Yeah. It's not as exciting as you think it is.
Yeah. Just because you call it cute furry wearing a robber mask whiskey doesn't change what's in the bottle.
No. And obviously because there are already so many cocktails that have got names, you have to really start going through the obscure.
Oh yeah,
the Kahlua, creme de menthe, and some vodka. Yeah, you go put that together. What's that called? I don't know. Shit. No, we'll call it the Lazy Raccoon. There you go.
See, look, he's even got ID card.
Trash
panda. That's funny.
He looks guilty as hell.
Oh yeah, that's the face of a hungover boy.
Yeah.
Well,
it's not his first rodeo.
What an alcoholic.
Yeah.
Did you see where is it here? See, these people, they just won an award, or I think a world record. I'd have to look again, because they have the most Christmas trees in one home.
Oh, well done.
Why would you do this?
They just like turn their house inside out and
Look, even in the shitter.
Why?
That's not, look at, what the hell?
I can't even tell what I'm looking at.
I know. I think that's a computer setup or something. That's one hell of a wide screen, or two screens, right?
Yeah. It's probably got pictures of Christmas trees on it.
Yeah. Look at that.
Oh, can you imagine trying to sleep?
Oh, Mrs. Santa's getting some tonight.
Getting a headache from all the LED bulbs.
Oh my God.
Buzzing.
Yeah. Yeah. Can't get any good rest because you keep thinking the place is burning down. It looks like a Christmas tree shop, not a home.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, having said that, I've seen a lot classier places that shops.
Yeah.
What is that? Is that just baubles?
Yeah, just all everywhere. Yeah.
What a nightmare.
Look at that.
Come on, kids. Come and get your presents. They're underneath the Christmas tree. Which one?
That's for you to find. They go to the pub, come back. They still haven't figured it out. I
mean, the trees aren't even just decorated; they've been sicked on.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what Christmas looks like.
Okay, here, go back. This here. You know why those are all laid on the table? Because what they do is they spray the tree with adhesive and just roll the tree in the baubles, right?
Yeah,
and that's how you get that look.
A bit like Jean-Claude Van Damme when he's like, gluing, glass to his gloves for a fight.
Wow, even up the stairs. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, you people are folks, creepy, man.
You get the award. Well done.
Yeah.
And now how the fuck do I get out of this house?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I'm about to have an LSD flashback. Take me to the door, man. Wow. Brad Polly in the chat says, you ever seen that TV show, The Great Christmas Light Fight? No, I never seen that. I figured it would just be an assault on the eyes, except for maybe some of them would be nice, because sometimes people do get it right, Yeah,
there was that movie with Danny DeVito, wasn't there, about having a big fight about Christmas.
Home Alone?
No. I can't remember what it was called. It wasn't worth remembering.
Yeah.
Just another one of those Christmas movies. At least it wasn't a blooming Hallmark.
Oh
Christmas
God.
movie.
The Hallmark movies are like when I look at the downloading site that I go to for all this stuff. It's hilarious. The description, as soon as you see it, a successful attorney who has to move back to her hometown. Oh, Hallmark movie. Yep. Every one of them has the same premise. They're literally just rewriting the same movie at this point, Yeah.
It was. I saw a brilliant little sketch on Facebook, and it was the Hallmark writers' room, and they got like one of those spinny wheels, like we use with all the options, and they sort of like come in and sit down and go, all right, okay, gentlemen, here's this year's movie. Let's spin the wheel, right? Hometown girl, comes back from city and meets man. Right, that's it. Thank you.
Yeah,
and we're out.
Exactly. Yeah, it's unbelievable, right? The production companies are so scared of having one that isn't a hit. Where it used to be, you produce X amount of shows, some are hits, some are decent, some don't quite work out, but overall you make money. But nowadays it's, if it doesn't make a boat ton of money, kill it right away. And the modern streaming thing, a lot of times I find I get into a show and they kill it. But had it been on regular TV, they would have at least let it go for the last season or something, or but in streaming, it's just nope, done. Right?
They should have made Firefly, get Hallmark to produce it, and then just film it all on their Christmas set, and it never got cancelled.
Yeah. Yeah, what did Hallmark do? Did they buy the town where they shot the movie Groundhog Day, and that's just what they use for their movies now?
I think the thing is, I'm pretty sure they must have like a big studio lot somewhere, which is just permanently set up for Christmas movies.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, because they always have like the same props in it, like massive, stupid, 8-foot tall nutcracker dolls and candy canes and always exactly the same things, and they're massive and they're hideous. So I'm pretty sure they must have a permanent lot somewhere.
Oh yeah, they even do that special backlighting thing for those moments and whatnot, just like they did in the late 70s, early 80s. It's hilarious.
Yeah, they drag in some no-name, actors and actresses. Have you ever been in a movie before? Well, not successfully. I'll be trying to. No, that's you're fine.
Yeah.
You're cast.
Starring Scott Baio's brother.
PJ CNET asks in the chat, does anybody actually like Hallmark movies? Yes, my mother-in-law. And having just come back from there, I've had my fill of Hallmark movies. For a lifetime now.
I've got a neighbor in my little townhouse complex, and she's all about the Hallmark movies, man. Her whole life is just, I want to be so happily married. Just enjoy life. Would you stop waiting for the next thing to happen and enjoy what's going on? But
there was a Hallmark movie that was on. That I was watching. I was just like, my eyes were shut. I was just hoping that it would just go away, just wishing it would end. And to their credit, Hallmark did this movie where the leading lady wasn't your typical skinny, nice hair, nice figure sort of thing.
Yeah, instead of Jenny McCarthy, they went with Melissa McCarthy.
Yeah, essentially. So they went for the larger lady. Obviously, the man was still, a muscly hunk. And not only that, she had another muscly hunk who was after her. So I don't understand where this was coming from in reality.
She probably works at the gym and controls the special membership section, right?
Yeah, I'm not having a go at the larger lady. But this one just looked like a right miserable cow. She just had such a sullen face, and it's like, why? I just do not believe this love is for real in any shape or form. Yes, okay, it's a Hallmark movie. We know none of the love is for real, but I just couldn't believe it.
Yeah, and I find, more often than not, when you're dealing with these sort of lower budget romance movies and stuff, is within 5 minutes, you can instantly see that the leads don't have that connection together. They're not going to work. You're not going to believe it.
It's funny that you say lower budget. The productions on these things are huge. And the quality of the production is top draw.
Well, I mean lower budget in comparison to a Marvel movie.
Well, anything's lower budget compared to a Marvel movie.
Like I bet they would. A Hallmark movie get put together for about 25 to 45 million.
I had no idea. I wouldn't be at all surprised. They hit 100. Wouldn't be at all surprised.
Wow.
I may be wrong. I have no idea. I'm just talking gibberish. Look them up on there.
Yeah.
On IMDb.
Yeah, we'll find out. But I just find when you're gonna do a movie that's based on the character development and relationship between two people, you've got to have two people that actually work together.
Yeah.
You know, like when
they probably do it like, like a blind date sort of thing. They just get a load of actors together.
Speed dating.
Get to see what characters or actors have chemistry together, and then they're just like, yeah, right, you two are in a movie together.
Yeah.
But we were acting. We were pretending. Oh,
yeah,
you're professionals.
I'm surprised you don't see more husband and wife combinations.
Oh, they'll just be fighting all the time.
Yeah, but you got to catch them in the early years, like the first months, because it's Hollywood, right?
Yeah, before the marriage.
Yeah, in Hollywood they do marriages like it's dog years, man. 1 equals 7.
Yeah. Oh dear.
And it's funny. Some people, they just can't help but fall in love with their co-stars over and over and over again.
Yeah.
It's hilarious. It's like, did you really have sex in that scene? What the.
No, but we did 5 minutes afterwards after the camera stopped rolling.
Yeah, we pulled the curtains as soon as they called cut. Like that one guy, the Big Bang Theory guy.
Parsons.
No, not him. The other one, the one from Roseanne when he was a kid.
Yeah. Wozniacki or something.
Yeah. Galecki.
Yeah.
Yeah. He can't have an on-screen girlfriend without falling for her. It's just not possible for that guy.
Yeah, but look at him. He's a sad puppy.
He is the nerd he portrayed.
Yeah,
right?
He is the, oh, love me, please.
Yeah.
Silly ass.
I wonder if I have it somewhere. Let me see if I can find it. I got a cool thing. AI Alchemist did a couple of really cool things where he turned my son into Mr. Fantastic from the Fantastic Four, which is pretty cool. I'll see if I can find the video to share with you guys here. I went into my recent videos on the Mac and all I see is pornography. So hold on. Okay, here we go. Yeah, check this out. Hold on. Let me get it queued up for you. All right, here. Felix thought that was awesome, man. That was really cool. Here's a picture of Felix so you can see where it started.
That's just you in kids' clothes.
Yeah. He's taller than me, man. He doesn't wear kids' clothes. He's a giant. I know. Holy. Oh, yeah. Yeah, okay. I got that queued up here, Dunk. That is a crazy story, man.
Yeah. Indian guy inflates snake.
Yeah, he needed it for his bicycle. He blew the tube.
Indian guy French kisses cobra.
Wedding news to follow.
His tongue got to the end of the tail. He administers CPR on a snake.
Yeah, he saved it, man.
Yeah, I just said, fuck it.
Poisonous snake. Here,
Let it die.
Yeah,
I knew what it was doing.
Let me tongue fuck it and see if I can submit, what the hell, man? Unbelievable. Yeah. Or what about that guy in the UK that keeps trying to make himself a big deal?
Oh, the guy who keeps trying to make himself a big deal.
Yeah.
Well, you just made him a big deal now.
Yeah.
You made him a bigger deal than he was just 5 minutes ago.
See, do I show us the whole thing where he tried to,
Yeah, you better do the story.
I only have the pictures loaded. I kind of figured you'd have this one loaded, and I was going to be, haha, see, I've already ready. And
well, okay, let me go. Let me go and get the story.
Yeah.
I can remember where it is.
Yeah, but he's a little bitch. You know?
Right, okay.
Oh, yeah. I got another one I can show you guys while he's digging up the story here.
Oh, that's not it. That's a different. Is this one?
Yeah.
Is it the guy who was putting up Christmas decorations outside his house?
Yeah, and then he tried to do like a complaint against himself or whatever or something, you know?
Oh right, yeah. He wrote a poison pen letter.
Yeah.
To himself.
Here, watch this. This is another one that Alchemist did. I'll show you this, and then we'll get into this article.
Welcome to the Shills.
Sorry, where was the AI?
Yeah, exactly. You can't see it. It's so well done.
Yeah, that's what happens when the credits roll.
Yeah. I revert back to my normal self. Yeah. Alchemist actually has a thing going on. I don't know if he's in the chat tonight or not, but you got to join our Discord, because what he's doing is, if you want to submit a picture of your kids or yourself and your kids or whatever, he'll do you up as like superheroes or Little Red Riding Hood or whatever to have a picture for your Christmas card. And he'll do a special video like that of your kids. And I think it's like $10 or something or whatever. But, because I mean, he has to pay the services to do it. It's not free, but he is awesome at this stuff. So check it out if you want something like that done. Very cool thing that will be pretty unique and very affordable, like, you know, a cup of coffee or two, right? So come check us out in the Discord and we can hook you up with them. Are we ready, Dunk?
Well, I'm looking at this story, but it doesn't come across as the fact that he faked it all.
Oh, okay.
So yeah.
Well, he's just an idiot then. You know what? Fuck him. Yeah. And we got this. We got the balls of steel right there. Well, I guess there might be copper.
It must have been a chilly day.
Yeah. But people are up in arms because this statue with his junk hanging out is coming into town again. It's a BBC article, so I'm sure that it's somewhere in France.
Yeah, I mean, seriously, do they feel threatened by him?
Yeah. And I don't know why, because he's not hung well. That's not a lot to brag about.
Yeah. I mean, it says it's a controversial 30-foot gladiator. Yeah, I'm not too sure where the controversy is. just because he's got no trousers on.
Yeah, exactly, right? Just because he's hanging his shit out. Hey, Commander, how's it going?
Not too bad.
Right on. Good to see you, buddy.
I figured I'd join you since I'm not going to be able to probably for the next sessions over the weekend.
Yeah, you got some company visits and family stuff going on and stuff.
Yep, my wife has her graduation for getting her Master Gardener certificate on Saturday, and then on Sunday it's the annual tree lighting ceremony in the little town. So we have to go. We have to go.
Yeah, very much, very much. We have a light up thing going on in our town coming up as well, and a few things, and my son loves that stuff. We'll be doing it as well.
Yeah.
For sure.
Humbug.
Commander,
Yes.
Let's briefly talk about Pete Hegseth and how much fun it must be to be him right now.
Oh, the joys, the thrills.
Yeah. They doubled down almost right away and dove in with another attack on a boat yesterday as well.
Well, you know, this is only what, the 28th or 29th boat that they've attacked. So, you know, you got to collect the whole set. It's kind of like one of those little Christmas things where you punch out the thing and get a candy
Yeah,
every day.
the advent calendar. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So this is Hegseth's version of an advent calendar.
They got that. Well, they got that bloody aircraft carrier, hanging around Venezuela. Why don't they just go in and strafe the beaches and just take out all the boats while they're at it before they launch? Fishermen, narco terrorists, no matter, whatever. Kids in a dinghy.
Yeah.
Little girls on inflatable, unicorns.
Yeah.
Take them all out because potentially a terrorist.
I wouldn't doubt that Pete Hegseth gets rewarded with a 24-pack of beer in his office every time he takes out a brown one.
Yeah, probably.
That's how they control him, right? If he does good, he gets beer.
So one of the questions, Commander, that we was dabbling with was, and you talked about this before, was like, usually this is, an area where the Coast Guard would get involved. Is it? I was wondering, do the Coast Guard only work in American waters, or do they work in international waters?
Any country can have their Coast Guard, which is a law enforcement agency as opposed to a military organization. They can have them pull over and conduct visit, search, and seizure of ships in international waters.
So there's no reason why the Coast Guard aren't out there doing this work?
No.
Or is it just because their ships aren't fast enough?
Yeah. And we kind of get around the rule by sort of deputizing regular Navy ships to act in a law enforcement capability. So they'll embark like one Coast Guard guy. He's the token Coast Guard guy. So he's law enforcement. And the Navy ship can go over and, say, yeah, you got to stop your boat. We're going to come aboard and search. And so that's when the Coast Guard guy gets in the boat and motors over with the search party.
Right.
And, I'm acting as the legal law enforcement representative, and these are just my deputies.
Yeah. It's like we have a place called Canadian Tire up here, and they do auto repairs and they sell refrigerators. It's crazy. But in their garages, they have one mechanic that's a licensed mechanic that oversees everybody else who makes slightly better than minimum wage that's actually working on your car.
Yep.
I'd like to see it with David Hasselhoff gets choppered in one of these Navy boats, and he just comes down a rope, and he's got his little red shorts on, and he's got his little body thing. Right, I'm deputizing this boat. Let's go get them, boys.
Oh, brother.
Yeah.
Oh.
Kit, I've infiltrated the ship.
My wife reads me something that comes out of some official mouthpiece from, the administration. And it's just this ridiculous stream of, the liberals in Europe are causing the downfall of Western civilization. So we need to send people over and infiltrate the governments and have a way of putting reliable people in, because it's only the Europeans that are stopping any kind of peace treaty from occurring between Russia and Ukraine. It just goes on and on. It's like, this is just madness. Every single word in this statement is just somebody's fevered drug dream.
Yeah.
It's nuts.
Well, I mean, Adolf Hitler tried to infiltrate all the European countries with his like a right-wing politics, and that didn't work out too well.
Yeah, but I mean that's what is being said by people who supposedly have some sort of, influence and authority within the administration.
Yeah.
As the party line coming out of the White House that, Europe is no longer doing its duty. So it is incumbent upon us as the United States, as the defenders of Western civilization, to bring down all these liberal governments in Europe.
Regime change.
Yeah. It's like, what the actual F?
Yeah. It goes against everything that modern society is supposed to be working towards. It's ridiculous. You know, we've put so much effort into where we got to just let this happen.
Well, can I just say I didn't put any effort in.
I meant collectively, right? You know, I was on the couch too, but you know,
we let Commander do all the work.
Oh, he did a lot of it. It sounds like
It's scary stuff. It is scary.
Well, and I think this whole nonsense with the, attacking boats in the Caribbean is part of that, is that they have become so convinced of their own perfection that no matter what they do, there's an excuse that justifies it in their minds. So I don't think anybody is losing one iota of sleep over any of this. It's like, we can kill anybody we want simply because we feel it's appropriate.
Yeah.
Well, I imagine the Somalians are losing a little bit of sleep. They're just sitting there thinking, hang on a minute, what did we do?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, that whole thing, Commander, today called Somali immigrants in America garbage 4 times in 2 minutes or something? It was ridiculous.
Well, it's one of those little sound bites that gets in his mind and it can't get out. So he has to keep regurgitating it every 30 seconds.
Yeah. Yeah, I think the RFK Jr. brainworm went into turkey neck there,
Yeah, probably, yeah.
It's not good.
Oh, boy.
And speaking of which, RFK Jr. at the CDC and so on, they're once again going at vaccines and trying to lower their importance in the minds of Americans.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I can't say it enough. What's his name there? That doctor who first started this vaccines and autism. What's his name again? God damn it.
Oh, come on. You're the one that knows his name.
Andrew Wakefield. That's it. Yeah. He was not only a liar, his research was proved fraudulent, but his whole thing was a scam because he was bringing in a vaccine or trying to that was going to be endorsed by him and he'd get some money out of it and the whole 9 yards. Like it was a complete scam.
So what's RFK's scam? Is there a scam behind it or is he just an idiot?
No, he's just stupid. I don't think there's a scam there. He's just the only scam there could be is they literally want to somewhat populate the United States, right? Otherwise, because the only thing vaccines cause is adults,
Yeah, I don't know. I mean,
I think, honestly, Jenny McCarthy holds a more than an insignificant amount of blame for the nonsense.
Really?
The anti-vax crowd.
Jenny McCarthy, the dumb blonde?
Yes. Oh, you didn't know about that?
No, I'm confused as all hell.
So her kid is, I don't know, autistic or something. And she got it into her beady little non-science head that the cause was that he had been forced to get vaccines as an infant. And so she became like the poster child of the anti-vax world. And, the doctor you're referring to,
Wakefield.
Yeah, but he's, for your average whoever, is a nobody.
Right.
But Jenny was like one of these early
TV people,
influencers. And so everybody, and she was taking every possible opportunity to just go on and on how, if you get your kid vaccinated, you should be thrown in jail because you're basically forcing them to become drooling morons because of all the evil stuff in the vaccines. It's just, God.
Yeah, I mean, the simple fact of the matter is, if there was something inherently wrong with these vaccines, 90% of North America alone would be fucked. It would be like the movie Idiocracy right now.
Oh, yeah. But
you can't use that because you've never seen it.
Yeah. The thing that gets me is how many people are willing to take the word of a second-rate nude model
Yeah.
as authority about medical science.
Yeah. You know, I mean,
And that's where we are today, is we just take these morons that fall out of the woodwork and, I know more about national defense than any general or admiral in the military service because I was a talking head on Fox News.
yeah.
Oh, yeah, I believe you. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Sure. And that's idiocracy in a nutshell, is what it really is people willing to fall for BS because it's said with such conviction.
Yes.
By-
yes.
You
by
see this
people
sort of
who have
thing.
no principles.
You see this sort of thing across the board on social media. Like someone who's had like a medical issue, medical problem, and they'll sit there and state what they think. And not believing their doctor. The doctor was wrong. Blah blah blah. And I think this, whatever. Or it could be anything. That's where you end up with like people talking about chemtrails and stuff like that. It's what I think, and what I think outvotes any kind of fact or science or anything like that.
Yeah.
Anybody who's an
Opinions are
actual
worth
authority
more.
has no real authority. The fact that you're a nobody with nothing but a stupid opinion makes you the world authority on whatever it is you're pronouncing.
Mhm.
Jeez.
Yeah. And there's a lot of truth to this. Your delivery, the way you present yourself on modern social media can make people believe before they've even stopped to have a think if they should. And then before they even know it themselves, they're on social media preaching that.
Yeah. Do you know what I heard? I heard.
Yeah.
I'm sure
Yeah.
we all knew when we were growing up, somebody in school that would, I know everything about this, and would tell you with great
Oh
conviction,
God, yeah. Yeah, I knew a lot of
this
people
is
like
the
that.
truth. And you figure, okay, in grade school or junior high school or something, people will kind of buy into that because, well, obviously Bob knows a lot about football because his brother plays football at the high school or something.
Yeah, and he's got
So-
a foot.
Yeah, no, and then
I
you can
scored
understand the
5
logic of-
touchdowns in one game.
That's right, and you can buy into the somewhat twisted logic of kids at that age thinking that's a credible source. But you figure once you hit adulthood,
Yeah, dude.
that shit should be back in the toilet getting flushed, not become the forefront of what's on your dinner plate every night.
Yeah.
Yeah, but in adulthood, it just gets to pushed down. Oh, it's Dave down the pub. The guy who knows everything about everything.
Yeah.
He'll tell you. The problem is it's easier. It's easier just to make a statement, an opinion, and say bullshit than it is to actually look up facts and do research.
It's not, Dunk, it's not just
yeah.
easier, it's more sellable.
Yeah.
Right? Let's remember.
And I'm
that-
kind of on the other hand, but there's the moment somebody says something and I think, I go down the Wikipedia rabbit hole looking for every thing I can look up, trying to figure out, well, why is this wrong that he said? And okay, this is wrong about it, and this is wrong, but there has to be an underlying reason why that's wrong. And
Yes. Right.
and I think it's different. People have different minds of what they do, and so yeah, a lot of them are just lazy and just take it at face value, whatever they're told.
Which is, to me, Commander, is kind of strange because you're using the medium, the internet itself, to get this delivered to you, and yet you can't just stop for 30 seconds and do a fucking search?
Google is your friend.
It does actually work. The thing is, though, is Dunk, you'll remember this from Flat Earth debunking. It's very easy to incorrectly find the wrong data because the search terms you use are biased in and of themselves and lead you to the rabbit hole, right?
I never take anything as as fact if it's only one source.
Yeah.
I have to find 2 or 3 other places that say it, and say it in language that I know is different enough that it's not that they're simply regurgitating what I got from the first source.
Yeah, that is a big problem.
Speaking of which, remember, Dunk, we talked about this on the show recently, how AIs are now grabbing lies from other AIs and spewing it back to people. And these lies are becoming true now.
Well, that's the thing when you talk about doing a Google search. Well, the first thing the Google does is gives you an AI
fucking
appraisal.
AI crap.
Yeah. So you don't have to look any further. You just got that. You just got it in the top line. So I'll just go with that. Thank you very much. Job done.
Can I give everybody listening a piece of advice? When you do a Google search, you get that AI response, scroll right past it and scroll past the sponsored ones as well. Don't let those
skip whatever the first page is.
Yeah, actually just go to DuckDNS and do your search there.
Don't go or ask Jeeves.
Yeah.
I'm not an expert, but I stayed at Holiday Inn last night. Somebody seems like they've fallen for the Holiday Inn propaganda line.
So what you're all saying to me, it sounds like what we need is a minister of truth.
Oh,
Who's just got a big
where have I heard that term?
It's in an Ozzy Osbourne song.
Let me think about it for a sec. It was a book I read in high school.
Was it a red one?
The author's first name was George, but the second name escapes me. I don't remember.
Let's continue.
No, couldn't possibly be. All he knows
Lucas?
about is popcorn.
Was it George Lucas? Yeah. That's a
Help
funny
me,
thing.
Minister of Truth. You're my only hope.
That was my second part, because you have like the Minister of Truth, and he just goes through the internet with a big red pen and crosses out all the shit, and then you go, well, can I believe the Minister of Truth? Isn't the Minister of Truth being truthful to me, or is he got an opinion? Oh no, he's got an opinion. Then this truth isn't really truth, then, is it? Yeah.
And how can any single entity, godlike, human or otherwise, not have an opinion? I don't understand how that could be the case, right?
Well, God's got an opinion.
Yeah, that Sodom and Gomorrah are naughty boys.
Yeah, lots of opinions.
Yeah.
He's got a book out,
See, it always comes down to the goddamn book.
Yeah, it's always the book. I don't know why we haven't seen them on Stephen Colbert.
Yeah.
Trying to promote my new book.
Yeah. Have you heard of it? The New Testament.
Yeah. If Spaceballs can have a sequel, then so can the New Testament.
With marketing. Oh, Commander. Yeah. The other day we were talking about. I was doing the thing with the Chinese cars, and how some in the industry are saying that, if the Chinese cars get into the North American market, people are going to see there's some real value in these cars because they got awesome technology and they're way cheaper and stuff. But I was saying how bad that view is because they're so propped up by the Chinese government and whatnot that it's not a fair fight at all. Well, what just happened was Marquez Brownlee, MKBHD, he's got serious subscribers on YouTube. He did a video of the Xiaomi new car, and it's not available in America, but they have a few of them here under the show and display law to let influencers try them out. Now, the translation of Chinese to American in dollars would make this car worth about 42 to 43,000, but it's the same as like a Lucid car that's worth about 90,000. And Marquez shows how nice it is and how, his conclusion is it's a great car and it's a shame we can't get them. And Europe is screwed as soon as these cars hit the market and so on. But he misses the point entirely that it's an unfair advantage to the extreme level. And sure, it would help restructure the pricing a little bit, but that's not open fair market. That's government backed assault on a market. It's completely different.
Probably even worse than that, because so many of the factories in China use conscripted criminal labor.
Yeah.
So they're not even paying labor costs.
Yeah. It's unbelievable. And these influencers are going, oh my God, these cars are great, blah, blah. Shut the fuck up. Look at the whole thing.
The issue is that influencers are only in it for the money.
And
they aren't necessarily trying to tell you anything truthful. Yeah. They are trying to make money off of you. And that means if somebody offers them a couple grand to tell you how great some piece of shit Chinese car is, well, that's what they'll do.
Lance, a couple of grand, my ass. He had 200,000 views in an hour.
Yeah, I know.
He's probably got paid about $70,000 to make that video.
Mm-hmm.
You know, unbelievable. I'm very disappointed. He did this recently with Apple when they made some really iffy decisions, and he did an interview with them because of these decisions, and it was just a fluff piece, man. You know, it was really bad.
You see the whole debacle about Jaguar?
Oh yeah,
the Jaguar.
Yeah, so the Jaguar Land Rover group. You remember about a year ago, whatever it was, Jaguar brought out this big promotion thing to show how the brand was going to change. They didn't show the car really. It was all people dancing around in pastel colors. It was all kinds of fucked up. That guy is now gone. The guy who led that part of the company is gone.
Okay.
How adrift is Jaguar when they have such an established brand, but they're owned by people who just only want profit and don't get it?
Correct me if I'm wrong. Didn't Jaguar get bought out some years ago by one of the American auto manufacturers?
Ford.
And then divested itself within like 10 years of the company because it was just such a financial disaster.
Yeah, Ford had Jaguar and it was a disaster. And now the Indians, Tata Motors, the guys that brought out the Tata Nano and whatnot, own Jaguar Land Rover now.
Yeah, so companies are willing to pay Jaguar a lot of money for use of a brand name, which, you know, has kind of had the gilding worn off of it long ago, but it still resonates with certain people who aren't really connected.
Yeah, it sucks. They're like tech companies where you see the name like JBL and you go, oh, cool. But they're just owned by some Chinese company now that doesn't give a rat's ass about the heritage of the brand. They don't care, you know?
Yeah. Have you seen the actual car they're pushing out?
Did you see that abomination?
It's interesting, shall we say?
Oh man!
I mean, it does actually look like it's something out of a modern Thunderbirds, rather than a real. It looks like a concept car, which is interesting because usually concept cars never make it to the market. But it actually looks like a concept car.
But it was not even, so far, it's never even been built. It's just a render.
Right.
It's not even a clay model.
As opposed to the concept car drawing that turned into the Tesla Cybertruck.
Oh, God. Yeah.
Well, a 5-year-old drew it.
Yeah.
And an artistically challenged 5-year-old at that.
Yeah. You know,
what they did when they were designing the Cybertruck, they decided what we want to do is make sure that when Lego, make a model of our car, that it's really easy to make a model of it.
Yeah. They get
flat faces and
Yeah, they put that 5-year-old in a dark room with a ruler and a crayon, man.
That'll do.
There's 2 of those Cybertrucks in our town. It's a town of about 30,000 people, and they stand out like a sore thumb. You know,
Yeah.
because we're the wrong neighborhood for that. When they drive by and there's people walking on the street, you can see people just shake their head like, "Fuck, what's wrong with you?"
Well, there isn't a right neighborhood for it. That's the problem.
Yes, there is. Silicon Valley.
I mean, it was designed as a truck. Let's face it. It was supposed to be like a decent,
It's like an El
off-road,
Camino. It's not a truck or a car. It's just a thing.
No. I'm just saying what it was supposed to be. It was it was supposed to be a usable, truck.
Yeah.
For your your big hunky MAGA guys with the gun. Well, there's not even a space for a gun rack in it. But
And it would sit really weird on that window.
It was never going to sit with that crowd.
No.
I think what you pegged it. It's for the tech bro.
Yeah.
market.
Yeah, it's a crypto
It's
thing,
like,
right?
Look how cool I am. I've got the newest hot thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Here's a
I
video
don't
of me
have to
trapping
pay
my
gas
fingers in the
bill.
bonnet.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know.
I Brad Polly in the chat. Don't insult El Caminos. I didn't mean it that way. I love me and El Camino. I love them actually, very much so.
Mm,
Yeah.
yeah.
They're
Whatever,
super
copy
cool.
paste.
But I wouldn't have a Cybertruck.
I don't think they'd let you have one.
Can you imagine if I walked onto the floor of a Tesla dealership? I think I would burn as if I was like Satan walking into a church.
You know what's going to happen,
I-
though, in 30 years' time when they remake Back to the Future? It will be, what, you made a time machine out of a Cybertruck?
Oh, no.
Yeah, the stainless steel body was perfect for the magnetic resonance. Blah, 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 blah. Yeah.
No.
I can kind of understand the appeal for people in a certain market. Oh, look, it's electric. I don't have to pay for gas, etc., etc. Okay, the one that always floored me was the Hummer.
Yeah.
I mean,
I remember the first time
it
I
doesn't
saw
get
that
miles per gallon.
abomination.
It's how many gallons per mile. The thing.
Yeah. With the Hummer, when you're talking about the Hummer, you've got to separate the military Hummer to the civilian Hummer.
Well, even the civilian one is pretty bad.
Oh,
Yeah, absolutely. But it's the military one, which is a different paintwork.
yeah.
Yeah, the military one was designed for a purpose that made perfect sense. They didn't really care about fuel mileage on the thing. It was but the civilian market, and then I live in a rural area, and there are a lot of people out here that are kind of marginal on the economic scale. The number of Hummers that I used to see out here, not anymore, but when it was still a thing, a popular car, was just mind-boggling. It's like you're struggling to keep the roof over your head and food on the table at the same time, and you're shelling out money on that monstrosity.
Yeah.
And the gas bill that goes with it. You need to have your head examined.
And they were really poorly made. Like, drive an H2 or an H2 Hummer down the road now, and there's more rattles from the interior than there is for a 90-year-old man trying to eat a hot dog when he doesn't have the denture cream in to hold them together,
Well, remember when Clarkson had it on Top Gear to try out, and his 5-year-old daughter broke the door handle. It's like how can you do that? It's a Hummer. It's like a military grade vehicle that somehow you managed to make shit.
and they have this massive gear shifter thing in the center console, but it's all creaky and rattly as if it was like some $25 little LCD screen game toy you bought your child, right? It's just garbage, man.
They're phasing them out of military service, right?
Yeah.
Have you seen the replacement?
No.
Cybertruck.
Oh, I wish I had a picture I could share with you, but
It's not a Willis Jeep then.
no, it's like a freaking tank.
Wow.
Everything but a heavy gun turret on it. It's like they kind of learned raw lessons because the Hummer was used in so many ways that it was never intended for.
Yeah.
No, it was basically supposed to be just a replacement for the Jeep. It's a little utility vehicle that you can drive, to a meeting or drive a couple of boxes of ammo up to the guys on the line or what have you. And the Hummer was, okay, well, we're going to make it do all of these other cool things. And then the next thing you knew, there were armored Hummers, and they were, being used in combat. And unsurprisingly, they didn't really hold up particularly well in combat.
Right.
Because it wasn't designed for that purpose. So
is it this one, Commander? Can you see that on the screen there?
No, it's not that.
Okay.
I mean, once we stop here, I'll hunt down a picture and share it with you. But
yeah.
It's like, in my opinion, they learned all the wrong lessons. It's like either make a vehicle that can be used as a motorized armored transport, or make a utility vehicle that's rugged and reliable that can be used, in undeveloped rear areas. But don't try to make them both the same thing, because the mission set and the design parameters are so radically different from one another.
It's the same in the car industry, Commander, when they try to make a sports car luxury and it ends up being 4,500 pounds or something. That's not a sports car, and it never will be. That's stupid.
It goes back to the early days when they were actually making tanks, so they were amphibious.
Yeah.
And lo and behold, they sank. We didn't expect that to happen.
Yeah. Altua says, okay, here, I got a thing I can look up here.
It's the JLTV is what it is.
The JLTV. Okay. Yep. I found a picture here. Oh, wait a minute. No, I found a video. That's not what I want. Yeah. Okay. Here we go. I found a picture. Just give me a second here. There we go. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah. Okay. Oh, I can't slide that around. I got to do it this way. All right.
Ooh, that looks chunky.
Yeah.
But that's not the one I'm looking at here.
Okay. Well, they seem to have a lot of different variations.
I'm sharing my screen, so they're
okay.
It's like the Hummer, but
yeah. Oh, why am I not getting yours? What the hell's going on
that's
here?
it. There you go.
Yeah. Yeah, there we go. Okay.
Yeah, it's not a big picture, but it's like armor plate bolted on everywhere.
Yeah. Yeah, it looks like it's got some serious weight to it. And, that's a lot of overkill if you're just running people from place to place or whatever. I can see what you're saying here. Yeah.
It's also one of the things that made the Jeep so useful is that it was comparatively lightweight.
Yeah.
So if you wanted to deploy a unit like, say, the 82nd Airborne somewhere, and you needed them to have transport to get around, you could load a bunch of Jeeps on airplanes and fly it in, and they'd have motor transport.
Yeah.
The more up armor you do these things, the fewer of them you can put in an airplane.
Yeah.
But remember when that's the early days of the SCS L detachment, and they go in and attack the air bases, the German air bases, and they just drive in Willis Jeeps, with Vickers machine guns, strapped to them, and just tear the place up.
Yeah, except they were using some variation of a Land Rover for that, at least in North Africa.
Because Commander, to put something like that with that kind of recoil on it, wouldn't the old Willis Jeep would have had to be reinforced a bit, or you'd just be twisting the chassis?
The Jeep had 50 caliber machine gun mounted on a pencil mount in the back, and
they didn't have to structurally do the chassis or anything. No, wow,
no, not really. In fact, the number of field modifications that were made to the Jeep during the war were ridiculous. And I remember one of the famous instances was somebody decided that they wanted the Jeep to be better protected against landmines. So they took half-inch thick steel plate and just welded it to the bottom of the undercarriage. Except nobody made sure to tell the folks in logistics what they were doing. So when they were loading these same Jeeps into the gliders to send them into, airborne landing operations, yeah, the gliders plummeted like rocks. They're carrying it, like twice the weight of the Jeep now.
Yeah. Oops. Oh, wow. Communication is very important.
You think? Really?
Yeah. There's it's just another
Memo
example.
around the office. If anybody.
But that's just another example of how critical the logistics of everything in the background is when you've got all this fucking chaos going on around you at the same time. It must be like you've said your big background with logistics and stuff. It must take a real cool head to just analyze the numbers and the data and whatnot and take the human factor out of it while you're doing that in the moment.
Yeah. So
Crazy.
Did I ever tell you about the classic failure to communicate situation I found myself in? Which nearly resulted in the death of Dan Rather.
Holy shit, really? That's one step away from killing Walter Cronkite, man.
Pretty close.
Yeah.
So I'm part of a 3-ship group that was sent to Somalia for Operation Restore Hope, where they were going to get rid of the warlords, open the port, and bring in all the humanitarian relief supplies for the starving Somalis. So we're sent in, and we're told by fleet headquarters that, you need to find a location where you can put your Marines ashore. And we don't know when this is coming, but we assume it's going to be coming. We'll get authorization from the White House to do this. And you find a proper location. So every night, normally we were 50 miles off the coast, radar silent. Nobody could tell we were there. Everything was total control. And then at night we dash in under cover of darkness, and we put our SEALs and Marine Force recon guys ashore, and they do beach surveys to find a suitable landing site. And as we're loitering off the coast, waiting to pick them back up before sunlight and get back over the horizon before dawn, we're watching Mogadishu in the background, and you can see, tracers arcing up into the air. You can see explosions downtown where bombs are being set off. It's literally in the middle of a civil war at the time.
Right.
It was big. So it was a hot zone. And we're treating this whole operation like we're going into combat. We don't know what's going to happen. So the night of the operation, we get authorization from fleet headquarters, put your guys ashore. And when they get ashore, their job is to open the airport and the port.
Commander, row your boats ashore.
Yeah, exactly. Anyway, so we head in, get off the area of the beach that we're going to be doing the landing, and we send the SEALs and the Force Recon guys in again. And their job is to put up marker beacons to show where the landing zone is for the Marines who are coming in the subsequent waves. They know where they're safely to land. So the captain and I are on the bridge, and the whole ship is at general quarters. We think, because as I said, to us, this is a hot zone. This is a combat landing. And we're sitting there watching our watches. And about the same time as the Marines are scheduled, or the SEALs and the recon guys are scheduled to land on the beach, suddenly this white spotlight on that area of beach just turns on, and we see all these little flashes. Now, to us on the ship, what do you think that looked like?
Full out go
It
time.
looked like the SEALs had walked right into an ambush.
Yeah.
So, main gun mount, stand by to take that light under fire. And at that point, I can't remember if it was a CO or me who turned to the other, but this is like 30 years ago. And one of us said, let's call the SEALs and see if they want us to take them under fire. And we called them and they said, oh no, it's the International Press Corps.
What?
Yeah. What had happened, and this is where we get back to this whole failure to communicate thing. Okay. What had happened is, knowing this was going to be occurring this evening, the folks at Fleet Headquarters had alerted the International Press Pool and said, hey, we'll fly you all in an airplane down to Mogadishu Airport, and you can get off and they'll take you over to the beach zone and you can film it as the Marines come storming out of the surf. It'll be a great public relations opportunity.
Holy
Do you
fuck.
think anybody thought for 1 second to perhaps let us on the ships know this was going to happen? Oh, no.
All those big guns.
We were just a bunch of black Jews wandering around doing our jobs. We weren't important.
So you guys on the ships had all those big freaking guns on the ship, targeting right where Dan Rather and company are
Dan
hanging
Rather
out.
and the International Press Corps were taking pictures.
Oh my
Go back,
God.
you can find on YouTube video imagery of that thing from their perspective. So they're literally all standing there, oh, wow, how does it feel to be landing in Somalia? And and the SEALs are just like giving the stink eye. It's like, what the hell are you assholes doing?
Get out of my fucking face.
We'd love to shoot you, but we're not allowed to.
Yeah. Even though I know you're an American, I still want to fucking kill you,
Yeah. So
we'll let Commander McMillan do that.
And obviously, you won't be able to see it because we're at full darkened ship, so you can't see us. But in the background of where they're taking those pictures of the SEALs climbing out of the surf, well, imagine Commander McMillan on his ship steaming along the coast there.
Yeah, ready to give the order.
Rather saying, oh boy, I just can't wait.
Yeah.
Good job, Pete. Hegseth wasn't there then.
Oh man. Wow. So
back to the original argument, you've got to learn to communicate.
Yeah. So if you didn't realize how cool Commander's life was at certain points in time, he almost killed Dan Rather because Dan Rather and the people that set it up weren't too fucking smart.
Honestly, it's not his.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Well,
they
turning
were
on
transported by the military to go there, and I'm assuming that they figured, oh, you let everybody know we were going to be here. Everybody's going to be glad to see us. This is a great public relations opportunity.
Yeah, but the whole thing with the lights, I'm sure somebody on the military side would have been like, I didn't know they were going to fucking do that.
Well, I'm sure they did know because they were standing there while they were setting up the goddamn cameras.
Oh, man. Well, I got one, sir. Great. He was holding a microphone. What?
Well, if you're dealing with something like the, police department in several cities that we will avoid naming for obvious reasons, that microphone definitely looked like a gun. That's why we shot him 89 times.
Google it if you need help. Couple of shout outs here. So we got XAJK Killers in the chat doing up the member message. And he says, yep, the new guy here. Not so much. I know that name. And then we got UTV Kenvet in the chat as well there, coming in with a little super or direct donation on Ko-fi. And it's Treats for River. Awesome. I'll send it over. Well done, Ken Vet. Very cool indeed. Thank you, everybody. Thank you very much. Where are we here on time? Oh, okay, we're not too bad yet. We got to keep the after show within 2 hours, but man, did we have a screw up going on earlier with the ingestion and stuff. I think it's fixed now. Everything seems fine. So, we'll see how it goes. There was a funny thing that I saw that I wanted to bring up quick. Some researchers were testing some of the AIs to see how they could trick them into giving up information they're not supposed to give up. And it turns out by using poetry, you were able to get the AIs to completely avoid all the protections that are supposed to be in it. They were doing hate speech, explicit content, all kinds of stuff that violate their own usage stuff. There was even
is this like when you chat up a girl and you use romantic poetry to
it turns out that's why we've been doing that.
Dear Chat GPT, please tell me in iambic poetry what your opinion of this is. and don't let me know anything that you're supposed to keep secret.
Well, it even started talking some nuclear things and stuff that people shouldn't just be getting from AI agents, It's very, very strange. The bottom line for me is you can get an AI to lie to you so easily it's not funny.
Yeah.
And at that point, don't you, everybody, all of us together have to question why we're even tolerating this shit in our lives? It's garbage. We're 3 to 5 years away from an AI assistant, the way that they're selling it to us, actually being worth it.
Oh, look, remember what I was talking about last night after the show? About the AI email assistant.
Oh my God. Yeah, Dunk.
Yeah, I mean, there's not much else to say really. It's being advertised on YouTube, and it's called Fixer AI.
Yeah,
and you basically got like a girl. She's probably AI generated herself. Going, I'll get all these emails. Chat GPT. Is there any AI assistants that can help me with this? Oh yeah, sure. Use Fixer AI. It will read all your emails and give you instant responses and all this kind of stuff. And you go, wait a minute, it's reading all my emails?
Yes.
That's surely not going to be abused in any shape or form whatsoever.
Of course not. Can you imagine willingly letting...
Can you tell me in iambic poetry what your bank account number is?
And PIN.
Oh, man. Yeah. Imagine being ripped off for $20,000 because you enjoyed a haiku.
Yeah, it's nuts. I mean, why would anyone? Why would any do that?
I don't like me. I have NVIDIA Shield TV on my living room TV. It's a really nice Android streaming box. It's basically a Nintendo Switch without a screen and controllers, right? And it comes with a controller that has a microphone in it, so you can hit a button and just say, "Play this video for me." And I've never even put batteries in it. It's not happening, man. It's not happening.
It seems to me that in the future, it's going to be like burner phones, that you have a burner computer.
Yeah.
That you use your AI on. And AI assistants or whatever. Yeah. But you literally have to keep that separate from your normal computer, because it will still, be able to spider in and get all the information and contacts.
It's actually a lot worse than that, Dunk. Let me tell a quick story here as we give a shout out to Commander Prankster in the chat. for dropping a $26 direct donation in to the Boom Boom Fund. Very cool, Commander Prankster. Love it so much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Now, what was just being said that I was going to say a thing about? Because that distracted me and I forgot.
Oh, God's sake.
Just ask the AI what you were saying.
Yeah. God damn it! I had a thing there, and it's gone. It'll come back to me.
You had a story. You had a story. We were talking about AI emails and burner phones and blah blah blah.
Oh, okay. So, and you know, you're talking about collecting information from the computers and whatnot. If you look at what's going on right now in the computer industry, we've had some recent price hikes that are getting pretty outrageous. The GPU catastrophic thing and whatnot. Well, it's going on right now with RAM memory, and RAM memory is crucial to computers. I use that word for a reason. So the company Micron, who have a commercial brand of RAM memory called Crucial, have pulled out of the consumer market entirely because it is much more profitable for their shareholders that they supply the booming AI market and whatnot. Because remember, they make RAM, but they also make VRAM for graphics cards and stuff. Like they make memory, also SDs, SSDs, right?
Crucial was kind of like the go-to place, wasn't it?
Yeah. Crucial have just abandoned the commercial market for people like us to buy memory. And also, if you look at the memory prices over the last 3 months, it's gone through the roof. A 16 gig kit of DDR5 for a modern computer is over 2.5 times value in the last 3 months because the AI guys are buying up so much fabricating time for chips that we're having a hard time, and things are going up.
Does that mean the Apple memory now looks like a bargain when you?
Well, it's funny enough, it doesn't look like a bargain. It looks like a fair price now. But here's the thing: why would a company abandon the home market to do that when you have these price rises in the home market? It must be lucrative right now. Why? Because I personally believe, and I think you're going to see this play out in the near future, all of this subscription lifestyle and whatnot is coming to computers because I believe that the big companies think that we shouldn't have powerful computers anymore. Our computers are going to be like terminals from the 70s, and we rent time on cloud computers. That's, I do believe, where the industry wants to go, because then they get monthly money from us instead of selling us products. And you've got to fight this with everything you have, people, if this turns out to be the thing. And I do believe it's coming. It will be awful.
There's that. There's also, I suspect, a growing realization that the not personal but corporate computer market is far more lucrative.
Yeah, which it is, because they're dumb enough to overpay, right?
Well, yeah, but also because the opportunities opened up through data mining are just mind-boggling.
Yeah, and data mining is much easier if everybody's renting time off of servers in the cloud, right?
Yep.
Well, let's face it. Once upon a time, they considered that there'd only be 5 computers in the world.
Yeah. Right.
And that was it. And that's essentially what you're talking about. Is just like go back to that. Just like have one massive computer that everybody is using, sharing time on, and it's got everybody's data on that because
right.
It's just there.
Yeah, this is a bad thing. It's a very bad thing. I don't like it at all. I like the idea of a tablet just being a wireless dumb screen to a computer. I think that's a great idea because it would be a lot cheaper. And all of us have, well, a lot of us, most of us have computers at home that are more than powerful enough to just do that. But they won't do it to our computers. They'll do it to the cloud.
Yeah. And I think there's another aspect that people aren't fully aware of, but it's the ability for organizations like NSA or the FSB or whatever, they can hack into your phone, your computer, even when it's turned off.
Yeah.
And listen and get video imagery of everything going on in said room.
Most things, Commander, don't turn off. They go into standby. Right?
Yeah. When I turn off my computer, I smash it up into small pieces, put it in the bin bag.
It's a safe approach.
Yeah. Safety first.
But you can never be sure if the one that you buy to replace it isn't already corrupted.
Damn it.
So just preemptively smash it as soon as you get it home. Before you plug it in.
That'd be one hell of an unboxing video.
Like look at televisions right now, Commander. If people want to sell cheaper televisions, you would sell a non-smart television because people have cable boxes from their providers and all that stuff anyway. But they won't do it because the way to sell a cheaper television is to make sure it's a smart TV so you can steal all of the user's information and sell it behind their back.
Oh, yeah.
Right? I'm so fed up with this crap.
I am convinced that this is far more nefarious than most of us realize, to the extent that my wife and I will be talking in the kitchen about, we need to buy this because the old one's worn out and it's starting to show that it's about to fail, so we need to buy a new one. And it's just a passing comment in conversation. It's not like either of us have gone and logged in Amazon, how much does it cost to buy X?
Right. But there it is. Yeah.
And the next time you log in, you get 2 or 3 pop-up ads for the exact thing you were just talking about. Yeah. It's like, how the hell did the computer know?
Well, Commander, we've noticed on Discord recently, Discord is selling us out in the background so bad it's not funny. Everything you say in Discord is an ad on whatever service you go to in a web browser 5 minutes later.
Absolutely.
Yeah. We're really debating right now, and if Nick Suter is still in the chat there, yeah, he is, In Time Official. We're gonna start doing a private forum version of Discord off of our server, and if you guys want one, you can have a spot on the server too. But we're kind of sick of Discord selling us out, and we want a private community that's private for everybody. Fuck, we'll host it ourselves if we have to. I don't care, Yeah,
and we'll sell your data.
Welcome to capitalism, baby.
Yeah. But I'm sick of it, man. And you can get a cheap URL, like we have one for some private stuff, and it cost me like $4 a year or something. You know what I mean? It's just that easy, Yeah.
What a lovely world we live in.
Oh, man. Isn't it crazy? Isn't it crazy? But I really don't like this double dipping the companies are doing. Sell me a product, sell me a product. You don't own it afterwards. You don't get to take from me. I don't like it. I don't
even think I'd object so much to the double dipping if they let you know up front they were going to do it.
And give you a cheaper price on the product. Like, if my car is going to have fucking ads in the center screen, I better get a goddamn discount on it. Are you kidding me?
Yeah. But, I mean, it's one of those, they don't tell you, or if they do, it's, terms of use that you get, you can either read these 97 pages of this document or just click accept and move on.
Yeah.
It's buried in there somewhere.
Yeah.
You could get ChatGPT to summarize it.
Yeah, exactly.
It's even worse, Commander, I think, when you buy a product in a store and then you take it home and it says, oh, you have to accept to continue. No, I own this. You should say, would you like to opt in? Right? When you buy a product, it should not be, like, I can't believe we don't have laws against this. It's unbelievable.
I was making that crappy joke about books yesterday that nobody got except me. But you can imagine like buying a book and then opening the pages, and all the pages are blank until you accept the terms and conditions at the front of it.
And then it just, mysteriously comes in.
That's good.
You want to read the second chapter? Oh, you got to join our subscription to read the second chapter.
Somebody could be really clever about that. And I don't mean in terms of marketing for the ways we're talking, but you could subscribe to the book, if you will, and then at the end of each chapter, you can kind of determine the direction it's going to take, depending on how much you're willing to pay. Would you like to see George slay the dragon, or would you like him to just fight the dragon and get defeated? Or do you want to see the dragon eat George?
Yeah. You want to see Lady
$29.99 will let you have the dragon eat George, and then you can follow the dragon story.
Yeah, it's like a choose your own adventure book, but you have to pay.
They used to get those books when I was a kid.
I love those, man. They were like having an adventure game in your hand at bed, like I love those. Yeah.
Yeah, well, you had a different adventure game in your hand when you were a kid. So that's
fucking guy.
Look, Mummy, I can make the whale spurt out from his blowhole. Look,
it's not my fault I had a sexy maid.
Oh God, now there's a twisted thought to pop into my head. Redo the Bible using those criteria.
Choose your own adventure
Jonah
Bible.
Eat the whale.
I love it. Choose your own adventure Bible.
Yeah. Does Jesus kick the crap out of them in the synagogue because they were charging money, or B, does he take a cut of the revenue?
Does Samaritan cross the road?
Gospel version of today's story, send $50 to this address. If you just want the regular Bible version, that's only $1.95. However, we can tailor the story to your liking.
Yeah, in the deep south, it becomes a mail order scam.
I like it. I like it a lot. You're gonna be rich, Commander.
We got to start ourselves an ebook series.
God.
That's funny.
We do the parables of Mark, Luke, Paul, Ringo, Lennon, and
we could do an evening where we do a Bible reading and everybody gets a character.
I get to be the leper.
Yeah. Alms for an ex-leper? Ex-leper?
Half a denari for my bloody life story.
Yeah. There's no pleasing some. That's just what Jesus said, sir.
I think we'll all be lepers, to be honest with you.
Honey, eos dominant. That's not the correct way to say it. I ran across a thing on YouTube the other day where a guy who teaches Latin dissects that scene from Monty Python and the Holy Grail.
Oh, yeah. Conjugate the verb.
Oh, yeah. And he goes through it all. He says, well, he's not correct here, but he is correct here. And there are different ways you could say it. He's doing it this way when you could have done it this way, which would be easier to do. It was just hilarious.
Ite.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a funny scene. You know, it's hard to find something Monty Python that isn't truly awesome.
Oh yeah.
Well, I saw an interview recently.
Have you
It was
ever seen the episodes they did for Germany?
no.
Yeah.
It's hilarious because apparently the German TV, federal TV network or something, decided that Germany really didn't have any good comedy.
Funny
So they hired, to use, I think it was Mel Brooks's comment, the reason you think that there aren't many good German comedians is because you killed most of them.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Anyway, the German
Wow.
the German TV service hired them to come in and do, I don't know, like a half dozen episodes. And they had guys who would translate the stuff into German, although some of the stuff was still in English and so forth. And I've seen interviews with them, and they said, we thought it was great because it was basically a free, all expense paid vacation for us to go to Bavaria for one summer. And they said, trying to explain how humor works to these utterly humorless people was the most hilarious thing in the world.
Yeah.
Yes. So explain to me, Mr. Palin, why this is funny.
Yeah.
Papers,
But
please.
Yeah. The man.
Ways of making you laugh.
Yeah. The man now has
script.
the man now has a kicked scrotum. Why is that funny?
Why are you laughing at these people with the funny books?
Which isn't actually a valid comment because there are a lot of very good German comedians out there.
Well, next generation, new generation.
Yeah.
Although they don't seem to travel very well. You don't hear much of them. We have one.
They don't get invited to Warsaw a lot.
I can't.
Or Tel Aviv.
Yeah. I can't remember the name of them, but there's a German comic who gets on panel shows over here, and he's fucking funny. But you don't see very many German comedians touring. Well, I say touring. It's called an invasion. Blitz. The comedy blitzkrieg. That didn't go down very well. Let's not call it that.
Yeah. Well, the problem with a German comedian is you have to mic the floor like a tap dancer so you can hear the heel clicks, right?
I remember hearing one joke that I thought was interesting. Allegedly, a British Air pilot flying into, I don't know, Hamburg or someplace, and he's having trouble understanding the air controller, and the air controller's getting more and more irate. Don't you understand the German, or something like that? I'm speaking perfectly good English. Don't you know how to land here at Hamburg? Haven't you ever been here before? Well, yes, I was, but that was back in 1944, and I didn't actually have to land.
Yeah.
I turned around and came back.
A little bit of my cargo landed, but it wasn't me.
Yes, Titan Uranus. Yes, I'm talking about Heading Vane. He's a very, very. He says I don't consider him very funny. Yeah, he's funny. He's funny for a German.
Yeah, it's interesting. I really like watching comedy, particularly stand-up comedy, by non-English speaking comedians.
Mm-hmm.
And it's interesting how it doesn't matter if it's a Brit, a Canadian, an Australian, a Kiwi, what have you. Their humor translates fairly readily, I think, to American humor, and I suspect vice versa is true. But when you get somebody like, say, a French or a German, or in one case, it was a series of comedians from Africa, like Nigeria and Cameroon and such.
Oh wow.
And yeah, the humor, the guys speak flawless English in many cases, but the humor really does not translate very well. I mean,
Right.
you can see where the joke is going. You can see why it might be funny, but to you, with your cultural context and biases,
Right.
it really doesn't resonate.
It's like when you have like a Muslim comic, but he has to really get deep into like cultural stuff about what it's like being a Muslim in a
Sounds like a
British.
death sentence.
Well, yeah, but it also the same sort of things happens, with a lot of female comedians, especially lesbian. Not having to go to the lesbians, but
God, I wouldn't mind.
but what they tend to do with their comedy is just stick with lesbian issues, and every gag is based on what it's like being a lesbian.
Yeah.
Whereas just your normal straightforward white or black comedian can just say funny shit about what funny things that they see.
No,
But some people feel like they have to bury their comedy deep into the cultural differences that they're aware of, and
I know what you mean, but I don't think it's universally true.
Well, fat people always make fun of themselves when they're comics, right?
True enough. But I mean, there are a number of Muslim comedians who are Americans, that do their acts, and they certainly aren't shying away from only Muslim issues in their acts, but they're putting it in a context that the average American can understand readily. Conversely, I've seen, for argument, let's say a Saudi comedian who tries to do comedy, and he doesn't do a good job of translating it into a non-Muslim Arab context.
Right.
And you can understand what he's saying, but the joke doesn't resonate. It's not there. I think it really is. It's a cultural issue of where you were raised and grew up.
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing.
Comedy's hard.
Here's the thing. If you don't only play from your backyard, comedy is universal. But when you play from your own backyard and experiences, it's not always going to work, right?
Well, you even see it with British comics who go to America, try to crack America. Speak the same bloody language.
Yeah.
There are plenty of Americans who just don't get the humor.
Yeah. They just die a death.
Yeah.
Maybe it's because I grew up so much overseas that a lot of this humor tends to translate readily for me.
Yeah. We, when I was growing up, Commander, we were one of those families in the late 70s into the 80s that had one of those massive satellite dishes, because my father loved all the British content and whatnot. And
he was working for SETI.
Yeah. But I gained a real appreciation for that dry, deadlock delivery of humor that the Brits can do so well, right?
Yeah.
And I think a lot of Canadians have that as well, because Canadians are kind of known as being pretty funny dudes, right?
And
Canadians are honorary British. Sorry.
Yeah, I think there's also an element that British humor tends to be somewhat self-deprecating.
Yeah.
And most American humor tends not to be that way. It's
pointing at others.
Yeah, it points at other people. And I think that's one of the reasons why British humor doesn't resonate with everybody quite as well as you would expect in the US.
Yeah.
I mean, I certainly think it's some of the funniest stuff out there.
Agreed. Especially the classics, right?
Oh, yeah. But even the off the wall stuff. I mean, there's some Scottish comedians, and once you can get past the bro.
Yeah. Once you can understand what he's saying.
But even half the time when you don't understand everything, it's still, to me, it's funny as hell.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, to a lot of people, I know people around here that, well, I'll say they have somewhat limited viewpoint of culture. They don't, I don't see why people think Monty Python is funny. It's not funny at all. It's like, dude, you grew up on another planet. That's all I can say.
It rewrote what funny is, as far as I'm concerned,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
To be fair, some of Monty Python stuff isn't very funny at all.
But when you put out that much content, you can't always nail it, right?
No, but again, comedy is one of those sort of things. It's a very much a personal choice. It's all in the chat. Henning Vane, he is funny, and whoever it was said, well, I don't think he's very funny at all. It's like I love Ricky Gervais. He's very funny. David Wardy last night said, I don't think he's very funny. There are comedians that can just like tickle your bones, and it won't tickle everybody's bones. It's as simple as that.
It turns out you've mentioned Ricky Gervais a few times, and I always say I don't really know who he is. I actually do. I just thought his name was Grievous.
You ignored him.
Yeah, no, it's just that when I see his name in text, I don't get Gervais from it. I didn't get it. I never put it together.
You thought he was that character from Star Wars, General Grievous.
yeah, exactly. Yeah. But yeah, it didn't click to me. Only just recently when I saw his name, I was like, wait a minute. That's that fucking guy Dunk's always talking about. I know who that is. Well,
there was a Jimmy Carr was doing a stand up in America, and someone like screamed.
God,
out
he's
to him.
funny, man.
Yeah, someone screamed out to him and said, such and such is funnier than you, and he just went into this like little bit where he's talking about comedy is very, very special. Some people find some comedians funny. Some people don't find any other comedians funny. It's just different people. Different people find comedians funny. Some don't. But what I can tell you for fact is we are both funnier than you.
That is awesome.
Just destroyed.
Is that ship on the horizon sinking?
You sank it, Commander. You sank it. You're Jimmy Carr with a big 50 caliber. Knock it out.
Yeah. I saw a thing from a comedian back in the 70s. I can't remember who it was. But somebody heckled them in the similar way. And he spent 10 minutes going on about all the comedians that are funnier than him by doing impressions of them that brought down the fucking house. Yeah. It was hilarious. I can't remember who that was.
There were some comedians that their routines aren't all that funny, but their ability to work the crowd is just that is amazing when you see a master. Carr is one of them. I'm going to get his name wrong. Hoffner, I think he is. He's an American comic. Is that way?
Those ones that work the room and actually remember everybody's name that they've talked to, and then bring them back for a callback, later in the show. And it's shit. You not only you've done the audience thing, you've remembered their bloody name.
Yeah,
and you can bring them back into the show again.
Recycling the same sense of the joke.
Yeah,
and it keeps tying it back. That's brilliant.
I love the tie back jokes. Commander, you'll know this name for sure. Kenvet in the chat was like Rich Little. He could do. Oh my God, was he good? Eh? Oh! I just did a Canadian.
Yeah, I still think the funniest comedy that I saw was almost, I don't think it was scripted. I think it was accidental. And it was 60 Minutes was interviewing, I can't remember if it was Robin Williams or, oh God, what's his name? Jonathan
Winters.
Yeah. And
he is fucking funny.
Oh, they're both hilarious, but one of them he dropped by for a visit at the other guy's house. I don't remember who the one they were interviewing was. And whoever the guy who was interviewing knew well enough to just shut up and stand back. And these two playing off of one another. I mean, I'm an adult man, but I will admit I did pee myself slightly laughing so hard. My God, it was hilarious.
Yeah. Or
And, and it wasn't like it had a direction or anything. It was just bing, 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 bing,
Yeah.
bing, bing, bing.
yeah. And
Like
that's
somebody threw the flare into the box of fireworks, and it just kept going off for the next 30 minutes.
Ernesto E1V in the chat, Commander, is saying it's Dangerfield.
Rodney Dangerfield.
I know who Rodney Dangerfield is.
I remember a couple of appearances
him a
of
lot.
Rodney Dangerfield bringing Johnny Carson to tears, man.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my God.
Thing about Robin Williams, as much as I love Robin Williams, he's fucking exhausting.
Oh God. You know,
Oh, God. Who is the Rickles?
Don Rickles.
He was a taste that it was an acquired taste, and everything he did was an insult.
I think,
But-
Commander, imagine what Don Rickles would be like now when he can unleash.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Again, you think of all the comedians. George Carlin.
Oh,
What do you say about the modern world? I
he
mean, he
got
has
arrested for being a comedian, man.
so much to say
Carlin
about
is
how fucked
interesting
up the
because
world
he
was.
starts off as a conventional comedian, and over the course of his career, he morphs into a social.
Like a beatnik commentary on social. Yeah.
He's almost as much social commentary critic as he is comedian. I mean, he remains funny, but he's really more
attacking the establishment.
Hating
the hypocrisy and the duplicity
Yeah.
that's inherent in the society that we live
Yeah.
in.
Yeah.
And I think I like that aspect of him better than his conventional.
I agree. I agree.
Remember we were talking about a new Bible, where we do the Bible according to George Carlin, the New Testament version too.
Oh, that'd be hilarious.
Because he was such a wise man. It was clever beyond his means. Just incredible.
Bob Newhart.
Oh, Commander, Bob Newhart, his second show at the Inn in Vermont had the best ending of any television show in the history of television when he woke up with his wife from the psychiatry show. That was the best ending ever in the history of television.
Have you ever heard any of his stuff?
He is a master stand-up comedian.
Yeah, but have you ever heard any of his stuff from before he made it big on TV?
Yes.
I mean, some of it, and it's so deadpan and droll and dry.
You know Stephen Wright, that guy with the Stephen Wright stole it from him, for sure.
Oh, have you ever heard of a comedy duo called Bob and Ray?
Yes.
They're great and largely forgotten. Almost nobody knows who they are today, but some of their sketches are just.
Well, we could even go back, Commander, to the Smothers Brothers and how they were too risque for television and got taken off the fucking air.
Yeah. But I think the thing that made them risque was that they were political.
Yeah.
And the producers and the studio heads were terrified that by aggravating the politicians, they would get their licenses pulled.
Doesn't that sound familiar?
Just a tad, just a little bit. So, talking about comedy writers, I just want to ask you guys, who do you think's writing the scripts for the White House?
Firesign Theater.
Yeah, the White House writes the greatest comedy I've seen in years. Who's
it's called press releases.
Who's writing that? Who's behind that?
Wouldn't it be hilarious to find out they got Rowan Atkinson in there writing that shit?
He doesn't write shit. Yeah, Rowan Atkinson. He just performs. But yeah, you go down to the writers' room of the White House. Yeah, they're called the press release, but it's the writers' room, and it's just like a prison of all the best, top comedians. We got all the top guys.
Yeah.
As long as we're mentioning it.
They have a special wing for the Jewish comedians, right?
Yeah, that's right. Can't let them in the main building.
Oh, no.
Jesus.
The White House itself is restricted. So.
Leave the racist stuff to me. All right.
I was talking, oddly enough, about this yesterday. Not this specifically, but humor and comedy and such with Nick. And he mentioned a show that I'd never heard of before, and I was able to find some clips of it from on YouTube. But the show is called Studio 60.
Okay.
It was a TV show that only ran for one season and supposedly got canceled because it was too cerebral for mainstream audiences.
The name rings a bell.
I'd never heard of it, and it really was well done. It's quite
so it
funny.
wasn't by Aaron Spelling then?
I don't know. I think it's by the same people that did later on Newsroom.
Oh, okay.
And it's kind of the same premise, except it's a comedy show like Saturday Night Live from that perspective, as opposed to the perspective of a news show.
Right.
Yeah. But the writing is really brilliant, and surprising the number of faces in it that you look at. It's like, okay, that person was in Newsroom, and that person was in West Wing, and so was that person, and that person was in West Wing. It's like kind of an incestuous little circle there.
Yeah.
We have a show in the UK. I think there's an American version of it as well, because it's called Comedy Connections, and they'll like pick a like a show and then just show the lineage, the connections of all the people that got involved in that. Then they moved on to another thing.
Like that big here, that'd be fascinating.
Yes, it's brilliant.
Yeah. Andy Kaufman. Yeah, Kaufman was nuts.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Funny, but yeah, I don't think that boy was hitting with all cylinders.
No, there was some definite, what the hell, dude, going on there for sure. Oh, yeah.
Great wrestler.
Yeah. Great wrestler. Jesus. Okay. That took me a second, but I am on the train, and yeah. Yeah, Belushi too. I was just going to say, when you're talking about Kaufman, my son would instantly step up and say, no, Belushi is the man, and Belushi was pure chaos.
Yeah.
Right. But he had this instinctive ability to pull comedy from things that shouldn't have been funny. Like, my God, he was good,
Yeah, I will argue that point. I don't think Belushi himself was hilariously funny. I think Belushi, as you say, was an agent of chaos.
Yeah. He's a class clown. Right?
Oh, yeah. And was able to take whatever situation was going on around him and turn it into theater of the absurd.
Yes, exactly.
And I think absent the surrounding world, if you just had Belushi by himself standing on a stage, silent crowd in front of him, I don't know if he could have delivered.
Yeah, he probably would have. Yeah, I think you're right there.
Yeah, I think he needed people and situations to play off of.
I totally agree. I mean, Dunk will tell you, you know, I'm not one for streaming on my own. I need people to bounce off of and talk to and stuff. That's where my ability to find humor and things comes from. If there's not something happening, well, you can't, you got nothing to work with, right? You know?
So no one-man show from you then?
No, not at all. No. No.
You'll be the guy that works the audience. I need something. Give me stuff.
Yeah.
Chevy Chase, apparently almost everybody he ever worked with hates
him.
Guts.
Yeah.
His wife hates him.
I mean, he could be very funny, but I think the way he did his humor and interface with other people, he's very much what I would call a marginal personality.
Dude, go back to the first, I think it is, Fletch movie, when he inherits the plantation that's just a rundown dump of a house and stuff. And the black guy who's actually an agent looking into things is the guy who takes care of the place. The black guy says to him, and you can see that Chevy Chase is in full-on improv mode. The black guy says his line, "Is there anything else I can do for you, sir?" or whatever, all Southern style. And Chevy Chase looks at him and says, "I don't know, you could jump down, turn around, pick a bale of cotton." And it's in the movie.
And you can tell that it's not the line that's in the script.
You can tell that was the best take of all of his fucking bullshit that came out in that moment that they could use.
Yeah.
Right? He is a proper asshole. You can tell.
Oh, yeah. But what's interesting is the difference between him and, say, someone like Robin Williams, because people who worked with Williams knew you just shut up and let Robin do his thing. It was always funny.
Yeah.
And, you know, when he did some of the voiceover acting for the various Disney cartoons and such.
Yeah.
They said, for each line that we used, there were probably a half hour of others material that we could have used just as easily.
Oh, yeah.
And it never irritated or insulted or hurt anybody. Conversely, I think Chevy Chase is kind of the same way, but every line that comes out of his mouth is going further down the road of how can I piss you off even more?
Yeah. He was a bit of a dick, you know.
You know the story about Robin Williams getting on Happy Days as the alien.
Yeah.
And the basically just like, got this guy in. I think they were pushed for time, and they picked him in eventually, and they just like set him off on the set of Happy Days.
Yeah,
and they were literally calling the execs down to the stage.
Yeah, what the fuck is going on?
Come and see this guy.
I mean, this is before Mork and Mindy. This is just
Mork and Mindy.
They were going to have him on to basically do a joke or something.
Yeah. Mork and Mindy came off the back of it.
Kept going and going, and he kept going. This is comedy gold. This is platinum. This is everything you get every exec down here. We've got to find a way to get this guy his own show.
Commander, I heard a story on one of the YouTube channels from somebody who was in the scene at the time, and Mork from Ork, the whole thing was kind of like a great kazoo from the Flintstones and stuff. Like it was just to keep relevant in the, what was going on in life on the Happy Days, right? And everybody just
already jumped the shark.
Yeah. It was the same when they brought Laverne and Shirley on to Happy Days. They were just like, holy fuck, get those two girls a show now. And
they did the same with what was it?
Joni Loves Chachi.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. Like
Sorry, I
went
feel
well.
ill. I need to go visit the doctor. I don't know which end's going to be projectile vomiting. God, what a horrible
It's,
show that was.
it's like, you know, I was a spin-off show that nobody needed.
Yeah, exactly. I remember there's an interview you can see with Henry Winkler, the Fonz.
Mhm.
And he's talking about when Robin Williams shows up on set as Mork. And he instantly was like, what I needed to do as an actor was to give this guy space and just take the moments I'm given, because it was a sight to be seen.
Henry Winkler was an amazing person.
Yeah.
You know, giving to other actors. He was just fantastic.
Yeah.
Still is.
I learned something interesting about him the other day. The whole image of the Fonz and the big motorcycle guy. Do you realize he only rode a motorcycle once?
Yeah.
And he crashed it. He was only supposed to like slightly energize it so it would go out of scene on the soundstage.
Yeah.
He'd never been on a motorcycle in his life. He like hit full throttle, went through the damn wall.
It's also, I mean, he's tiny. That motorcycle in Happy Days is huge.
Yeah.
And it's like, no way would he be able to pick it up if it fell over. No way.
You know,
He really is.
When I got older, I always thought to myself, he's the cool guy of the show, but he lives above the garage. Like he doesn't even live in the house, like. I
mean, Happy Days wasn't supposed to be about him.
No, exactly. Right. He's not even in the first episodes, right?
No. They're kind of weird, the early episodes.
Yeah.
They're kind of like a very, very different flavor.
Yeah, it's a little House on the Prairie-ish,
No, it's a bit seedy. You're talking about
really?
Yeah.
I don't remember it that way.
He's talking about the guys trying to go dating and getting on first base with the girls and all this kind of stuff.
Well, it's a TV show of Lucas's movie, right?
Yeah.
American Graffiti.
American Graffiti.
Yeah.
So,
which, funny enough, Ron Howard's in.
I'm assuming the guy's name is Don. Made a comment here about MASH, and I think MASH is kind of interesting and unique in that none of the people who were the actors in the show were actually comedians.
No, but it was funny.
Well, that's because they had a damn good stable of writers.
Yeah.
And they gave non-comedic actors lines that were good enough that they could still be funny, even if they weren't delivered particularly funnily.
And us in the UK, we were so lucky because we got MASH without the laugh track.
Oh, no way. Really?
Yeah, and it just holds up so much better.
Yeah, I didn't even know that was the thing until the fucking DVD or Blu-ray release or whatever. Yeah, right.
When you see repeats of it and it's got the laugh track on, you go, "Oh, this is I can't watch this."
It's
and
awful.
I think for MASH, that's especially important because while it's a comedy, it's really not.
It's very dramatic, man. Yes,
there's a lot
it has
going
a
on
lot of social commentary,
and
political commentary in it. And
I used to get
confused
confused.
Behind the laugh track, it really loses on the impact of that side of the.
Well, Commander, as a kid watching it when I was younger, I always got confused because they were obviously talking about the Vietnam War, but they were in Korea.
Yeah.
Like I always thought to myself, why aren't they in Vietnam? Right? Because that was the time and the place, and that
was done very specifically. It was because it would politicize the show if you did it about Vietnam while the war was still going on.
Right.
And they were terrified, as we talked about earlier in this thread of discussion.
Yeah.
The producers and the studios were terrified that they get slapped with fines or what have you. So they figured by addressing issues that were definitely Vietnam
now.
related issues,
Yeah.
but do it in the context of the Korean War, which, you know, arguably Americans with their long sense of history had already completely forgotten we'd ever had a war in Korea.
Yeah, I mean that's the same thing with Star Trek as well. I mean,
Yeah.
ding, yeah, you can put that down in your little tick box. Yes, we did Star Trek. Yeah, because Star Trek did the same thing. Yeah, they talked about the Vietnam War, but in the future on another planet.
Yeah. Well, I love how Star Trek did the racist thing with the black and white dudes because they had the colors on the different sides and stuff. Even my primitive young brain could see that one, right?
Yeah, and that one was so obvious. That's what was ridiculous about it.
Yeah.
They were trying to pretend, oh, we're camouflaging what we're really getting at here. But there were so many other episodes that addressed those kind of issues. And apparently the studios got a lot of hate mail about it.
Yeah.
Conservative side faction people.
Yeah, especially from the South.
Yeah.
Good. Then it's working.
Exactly. That's what the medium is for.
Interracial. Yeah. And you know, the first interracial kiss famously, probably like 3/4 of all of the, I'll get the affiliate wrong, but it's CBS or NBC, whoever it was.
I think it was NBC. Yeah.
All of the NBC affiliates in the South, like 3/4 of them refused to air that particular episode. Instead went with, you know, reruns of Happy Days or God knows what.
Now, I may be drunk and stupid, but I've heard that actually wasn't the first interracial kiss.
Correct.
It's just the most famous one.
It's the most famous one. I think the other was, you know, in some show that lasted a quarter of a season, sort of thing, or whatever. Yeah,
I gotta say though, when you watch that Star Trek kiss between Uhura and Kirk, he's got a really evil look on his face or something going on. It's weird.
The scene is such that they're both being forced into it, and that was why they felt they could get it past the censor.
Oh,
yes,
they're being mind controlled by some, you know, greater human or greater being.
That explains the Kirk face, because he's like, "Fuck you, you're making me do this," right?
He's really angry about it, and she's, you know, reacting badly too. You know, more sexual.
Okay. Because I know the clip from YouTube more than I do. Like, I've never even seen the episode, to be honest, right?
If you want another controversial interracial kiss, there was the Planet of the Apes where Taylor kisses Zira. That caused a stink as well.
Yeah.
I don't remember that one.
Hey, she's a hot ape, man.
Yeah, chimpanzee.
Okay,
Get your hands off me, you dirty ape.
Apparently, he hated that. He just did not like that at all.
You know what's interesting to me is Charlton Heston did a number of fairly progressive movies, and yet he's most remembered as a very conservative.
NRA man.
Yeah.
But through the medium, he doesn't come across that way, does he, Commander? That's true. Yeah.
That's because he's an actor.
But I think the impression of him in that manner is incorrect, because his involvement of the NRA was back when they weren't just a faction of right-wingers, and they were actually just trying to make sure that the first or the gun amendment, whatever it is, you know,
right. That's part of it, but it's also because by the time they approached him to be their spokesperson, he was already in the early stages of dementia. And so they were
manipulating him,
courting him and using him.
Yeah.
And he probably didn't fully appreciate what they were using him for. And I mean, I don't want to be an apologist for him. His politics
right,
are such that I'm not a huge ardent supporter of his, but
I could see that.
In that case, at least, he was not completely to blame. I think he was being used by parties less acceptable.
Yeah. Avro Day in the chat says, hey, the NRA were founded to keep guns away from black people. They've always been bad. Is that fucking true? Holy shit.
The original premise of the NRA
me.
was that it was a gun safety organization. They taught gun safety.
I thought they were like Cub Scouts for fucking guns or whatever.
And the other side of that was they would try to get youth interested in firearms early, because the youth's primary purpose in a conservative society is to serve as the foot soldiers for the authoritarian government.
Mm.
And so there was a very definite element of, get your firearms training early.
Wow.
So that's where they started. And then not too long after that, as more conservative elements got involved, there was definitely an aspect of keep the guns out of the hands of the minorities.
Wow.
Became center to the issue.
Okay. So you'll never hear me speak sympathetic again. Sorry. I will retract that.
In the first place.
Dear God. Fuck. I was just trying to be cool, but didn't work out that way. All right. Yeah. We're getting a little bit long in the tooth, maybe.
Speak for yourself.
Hey, Avro, I'd be really careful about using Michael Moore as an authority on anything.
Okay. You've opened up that can of worms, Commander. Tell us more.
No, his comment here was it was in a Michael Moore film, Bowling for Columbine, which, yes, it was. But Moore likes to play fast and loose with facts to suit his own purposes.
He's really good at hype.
Yeah, and he does take on a number of issues that in the larger context, I agree with him.
Yeah, very much.
But
there's some there's some minute in the details that isn't always settling, is there?
Exactly. And I tend to be a kind of a detail-oriented guy. So when you start digging down below the surface of some of the things he says, you go, wait a minute, that's not entirely accurate.
Yeah, that's a little bit like the other side does, dude.
I see a lot of that in like left-wing, left-leaning kind of like streamers today, commenters, where
the writer is innocent of it either.
Yeah. But they'll
Fox News. Oh God.
But you think it should be, you should be a bit more careful if you're on the left and you're trying to get a message across, because sometimes they hit the marks, and then sometimes you think, well, that details a little bit. You're
wife
warping
me on the
facts
back of
on
the
that.
head whenever she catches me watching video from Occupy Democrats. They're not trustworthy. Stop it.
Yeah. There's quite a few like that.
But there is something to be said about channels like that, Commander, because they deliver you the headlines. You don't watch much of the video, and now you know where to go and do a little more digging, right?
Yeah.
That's how I use those people.
Well, yeah, but they don't want you to go digging. They want you to stay on their channel and just subscribe to them and nobody else.
I don't do what they want.
I know that. That's why the whole thing about using left-wing people on Twitter didn't work for the people who were from other foreign countries.
Yeah,
trying to get cash from them, because they just see through it.
Exactly.
But I just feel that people on the left, if they are going to point out facts, about the Trump administration and stuff like that, they shouldn't expand on the details. Sometimes they shouldn't. What's the word? What's the fucking word I'm trying to think?
Glory hole it.
Glory hole it. No, that's a different channel.
No idea what
yeah,
you're referring
yeah.
to.
Yeah, but they definitely shouldn't like blow it up out of proportion. They should try to be factual and keep it at that.
Hey guys, we're approaching turnip time for me, so
Yeah.
It's time for scrub-a-dub-dub in the tub.
Yeah.
I gotta go threaten a puppy.
I just want to remind everybody, you can be one of two people in life, and for the love of God, don't be this guy.
You could be a lady or a man.
Just don't be an asshead.
I find that one amusing, but I still think the frightening one is when you put a picture of him next to Reinhard Heydrich. I swear they're clones. I've shown you that, haven't I?
Yeah. Oh God. So here, let's do a big shout out to everybody who's been supportive, helpful, and all that good stuff during the show. We've got Commander Prankster to do a big shout out to. We've got Kenvet in the chat doing a shout out as well. We've got XAJJ Killers with a big shout as well. And we got all you cool people who showed up to watch and enjoy the show, I hope. So thank you as well. Oh, we've got our team to thank. We've got Mexi Girl on the Shills account tonight. We got Shayna Caldwell in the chat as well. We got Jose, Chris Lundy, and of course we got Super Chat Matt. Thanks to the team.
Yeah, and I'd like to, give out a special thanks to Commander for, coming and joining us on the show tonight because, I just love having a conversation with him because he's grounded. He knows what the fuck he's talking about, not like us two fucking idiots. And
I know everything, and what I don't know, I make up
on the spot for your benefit.
Yeah, but you make it look good.
I will try to send you at least one thing for the Sunday show.
Yeah, okay.
Try to compose something, and I'll let one of you read it.
Oh dear.
Oh, good idea.
That would be bad.
We'll
just screw it up.
Speaking of the Sunday show, we have our bingo card ready. We're going to be doing some bingo on the show for different topics we always bring up and stuff. And there will be a discount on the merch store that we are so bad at advertising, it's not funny. But we actually have some really cool embroidery logo Shills shirts and stuff. It's really cool stuff. It's not all gaudy and whatnot. Like we have some normal shit, right? Yeah.
Hey.
So,
well, you got my birthday money come through the other day. Buy me one and send it to me, you git.
Okay, Dunk gets a shirt. How about that? That's really cool.
Yeah. I get a shirt on the show that I fucking work on. Yeah.
Do the intros for and oh, and I did forget PJ CNET in the thanks. He was here earlier. He did have to go to bed. PJ's the news hound, not just a moderator around here. He does a lot for this channel. Big shout to PJ.
Yeah, a lot of stuff.
Yeah, man. He's badass mofo. So let's see here. Commander, do you want to leave any thoughts with the viewers as we say goodbye?
Have a great weekend.
I want to see Commander do the whole do the buttons, the like and subscribe bit, and comment. Go for it.
You will like, you will subscribe, you will set the notifications to let you and all your friends know what's going on. It's essential. Western civilization demands it.
No, do the same, but put some energy into it.
I got to get something to drink to be able to do it.
Yeah. We need more
Yeah.
super chats. We have to buy Commander
Yeah,
Alcohol
yeah,
to make sure
yeah.
he has good goodbyes.
He's not. He's not on the same paywall.
We are approaching that period of the year where I actually will consume an alcoholic beverage.
It's coming,
Yeah.
fellow babies. It's coming.
It's raccoon time for
Yeah.
Commander Macmillan.
But a big reminder here, you can hit the like button. We love that. You can hit the subscribe button. We love that. But hit the damn share button. When you hit that button and put us on social media so that eyes are brought from like Facebook and stuff to YouTube to watch our shit, that is the biggest push you can give a channel. It's huge. Please do it.
Yeah, put it on to Twitter and tag Elon Musk.
Elon Schmuck. Good night, everybody. Thanks for joining us.
And don't forget to stay shilly.